hanya menjadi krisis kesehatan, tetapi juga menjadi krisis pendidikan. Kemendikbudristek harus melakukan mitigasi dengan secepat dan seefektif mungkin agar bahaya learning loss atau hilangnya pembelajaran bisa kita tekan.
Good evening, I'm Doni Atmajati reporting from the Attorney General's office in Jakarta. The government is now investigating a case of corruption in the laptop project from the Ministry of Education. The total budget was 9.9 trillion rupiah, and it happened during the years 2021 to 2022. The laptops were bought to help students study during the COVID-19 pandemic, but now the Attorney General's office believes that the project was not fair. They say the rules were made to help only certain companies win, and that the prices were made higher on purpose. According to the government investigators, the laptops that were bought were not always good. Some schools said the laptops were slow or hard to use because they need internet all the time. In small towns or villages, this is a big problem because internet is not always available. The price for each laptop was also very high. Some people think the laptops were too expensive for the quality they gave. This is why the government now checks if the companies made extra profit that they should not. Until now, 28 people have been asked questions, including ministry staff and people from 5 computer companies. Officers also searched 2 apartments of Nadiem Makarim's former special staff, but Nadiem himself is not a suspect and not wanted by the police. Many people in Indonesia are now watching this case closely. Parents, teachers, and students want to know if someone really stole the money. They feel sad and angry because the money was supposed to help children learn during the pandemic. Today, investigators are still working. They are reading many papers and computer files. They want to find out who signed the contracts, who chose the laptop type, and who got money from this project. They also visited companies that sold the laptops. The companies say they only follow the rules from the ministry, but some people think the companies work together to raise the prices. Nadiem said that he didn't accept any form of corruption. He also supported the legal process and wanted to be clear for everyone. Nadiem also said that 97% of the laptops were already sent to more than 70,000 schools in Indonesia. He said the program is not a failure, but ICW, an anti-corruption group, says Nadiem should also be questioned because he was the head of the ministry. They want the investigation to include everyone involved, not only staff or the companies. To find out how parents feel about the laptop program, we talked to a parent of a student. Okay, so we have an interviewee here. Oke, selamat sore, dengan Bapak siapa?
Saya Pak Agus.
Jadi di sini saya akan bertanya mengenai dugaan korupsi yang terjadi di Kementerian Pendidikan tentang program pengadaan laptop. Nah, apakah Bapak sudah pernah mendengar tentang dugaan korupsi ini?
Sudah, saya mendengar di salah satu TV swasta.
Nah, apakah anak Bapak pernah menerima bantuan laptop ini saat pandemi?
Saat pandemi, anak saya belum pernah mendapatkan bantuan laptop.
Jika dugaan korupsi ini benar-benar terjadi, bagaimana sih perasaan Bapak sebagai orang tua?
Sebagai orang tua, saya sangat kecewa sekali bila terjadi adanya dugaan korupsi tentang pengadaan laptop.
Menurut Bapak, apakah program pengadaan laptop ini berguna bagi siswa?
Untuk pengadaan laptop itu sangat berguna sekali dalam membantu pembelajaran siswa.
Baik Bapak, terima kasih atas informasinya.
Sama-sama.
Okay, so we can conclude from Pak Agus' statement that he felt disappointed after hearing the news about possible corruption in the government laptop program. Even though his son didn't get a laptop during the pandemic, he still thinks the idea of giving laptops to students is very good. He believes laptops can really help students learn better. That's why he feels upset if the program was not done honestly. He hopes that in the future, the government can run the programs more carefully and truly help students who need support. This is Doni Atmajati, reporting live from the Attorney General's office, Jakarta. Back to you in studio.